You could say that it is by design, but then we have to have a discussion about...
Who's the designer?
Yeah, who's the designer? What kind of designer?
Well, let me put it this way. Is the Muslim world thrilled they're taking over the West?
Yes, absolutely. When I was a child in Germany, when I was a teenager, I repeatedly heard that it's a fantastic thing that we are taking over, that our numbers are growing. And you could now say, okay, this is just something that you yourself heard, but it's not just me. Today I still hear the same thing. In fact, this is the main reason why I decided to speak out, because after I left Islam, I had horrible deception and basically, oppression of my mind behind me. I wanted to get away from it, but I look into the world and I see people saying stuff like Islam is misunderstood. It's a religion of peace. It's not a religion of peace. It is not a religion that wants to coexist with you. We have today in the UK, in many other countries, we have Muslims preachers openly saying that the vision of Muslims should be to take over Western nations, that the numbers should be growing. There should be more politicians involved in the public, in the UK, in Canada, in Australia. Gladly, we are not at that stage in America, but we have to act quickly unless we want to also get into those situations, because it is a duty of Muslims to establish Islam as a governing force wherever they are, or to leave. They don't want to leave.
Do they believe in separation of mosque and state?
No, they don't. In fact, in Islam, it is actually considered haram, forbidden, to establish laws that are separate from whatever Allah has established. So it is considered forbidden, not allowed, to have secularism.
So the growth of Islam in the West, do you think that Christians and Westerners adequately understand it?
No.
What? And we're short on time. I'm sorry. I could talk for 2 hours. What keeps you up at night or worries you most about this flavor and this ascendant force of Islam?
The most important thing is the ignorance of the non-Muslims, of those that we have among us. We have lots of people speaking. We have lots of people speaking online. We have lots of people speaking about all kinds of things. I think there are some people who like us to talk about different political entities or different states, how they are trying to subvert us and so on. I think the biggest subverter of Western societies, of free nations, is Islam, and we need to be talking about it. I think the most disturbing thing about all of this is that we have Muslim communities in Michigan, in Minnesota, in Texas even now,
epic city,
and elsewhere, that openly speak of spreading Islam and making this, and they say, of course, we don't want to offend anybody, we don't want to make it look like we are subverting people, we just want to peacefully spread it and grow and take over. But if you allow enough power to be taken by those who want to establish Islam as governing force, you will very, very quickly lose control, because they will not allow you to take it back. They will want to impose it.
Do you think Islam is compatible with Western civilization?
Absolutely not.
So I said that, I don't know if you saw that, got 75 million views on my tweet. People thought, oh, that is great. Prove my point for me.
Western civilization was formed and shaped by philosophers and by Christianity. Islam is anti-Christianity. Islam orders the subjugation and the destruction and eventual eradication and elimination of Christianity. It orders the destruction of secular societies. We have freedom in the West, something that we value so much at this conference in America. Yes. We have freedom. We love freedom. Islam is anti-freedom. One very little trivia about me. I have Turkish citizenship. I lived in Turkey for a while. Right now, it's very difficult for me to get back into Turkey, because despite Turkey being a secular country,
and part of NATO,
I have multiple lawsuits against me by the Turkish government because I dared to say things like, quote, "The Quran is a book of ignorance." For that, they are suing me. The Turkish government, I can't go back there. There is no freedom. There is no free speech. If you give the power, you will lose everything.
And so, just really quick to capstone that, Islam being incompatible with Western civilization, but they'll say there's peaceful Muslims, and what would you say is what should the Western approach to Islam be?
First off, realize what you're dealing with. Realize that it is not simply a religion. Acknowledge that it is incompatible with your societies, and then begin to directly address it and make sure that you do not allow them to take advantage of your well-meaning attitude and your liberal policies of immigration, for example. If you see Islam spreading and political Islam spreading, remove it. Make policies about it. Get rid of it. Kick it out before it's too late. And so here's the thing. This might be a little bit controversial, but the freedoms that we have in the West, they were established. The values that we have in the West were established. Even America was founded by people who had in mind that these are values that unite us. These people that, I find it very difficult to even include myself, but I will include myself as an American today. So these are these nations are founded in order to have people like us with our values to live together. That's why we have freedom, because we cherish it, we value it, we can do it. They weren't meant to be offered to every single anti-freedom group that comes in and wants to abolish it and abuse it in order to oppress you.
How do you get treated by Muslims?
I usually get the death penalty by in Islam.
Do you get a lot of death threats?
Yes, lots of them.
What do they say to you?
I will behead you. I will rape your family.
This is the religion of peace?
Yes, it's very peaceful. Well, once they kill you, it's all peaceful, you know. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
So to close it out, your name is apostate prophet.
Yes.
Do you speak Arabic?
I do not.
Turkish?
I study it. Yes.
Okay. So you know the original text well enough.
Yeah, I've studied it many years. Yeah.
So that's why you're so dangerous.
Yes.
And you have a big platform, and you know it. You know this stuff well. And they can't argue, because with me, they're like, oh, that's not what it really says. It's context dependent. And honestly, I kind of have a soft spot because there's so much biblical butchery with context stuff. So I'm like really careful with that. You know what I mean? I'm like a very big context guy, because some people say, oh, the Bible's terrible because of something in Leviticus 19. I'm like, okay. How much time do you have? But what you are saying this even with context.
Yes.
You're saying commands you to, does it command you to kill Jews?
Yeah. In the long term, yeah. It commands them to oppress Jews, and that eventually Muslims will kill the Jews. You are supposed to wait for it.